It's your boy Tyler Fisher. I'm on NCCU campus seeing some old faces, some new faces. Man, it's good to be back in the nest with the Eagle Pride, the Eagle students. But I do have an interview at 3 o'clock. I got about 30 minutes to prepare. So I'm going to be dropping game on life after college. So it's just going to be all life after college and my journey after college. So yeah, I'm about to tune in. I'm about to drop some gems. I'm about to keep it raw. I'm about to keep it real. Make sure y'all tune in, and if you hear anything you like, make sure you drop it in the comments. Doing storytelling, things of that nature.
So you were journalism or PR?
I was PR.
PR, okay.
PR, yeah.
I knew you were a PR guy, but I didn't want to assume, so I wanted to ask. Shimei Cook, I am Shimei Cook. I got my special guest co-host Caleb Bill in the building. How you doing, Caleb? We got a special guest in the building today. He's a former mass communication student. He's a NCCU alumni. He's here all the way from LA, Los Angeles,
LA.
City of Angels. It's Tyler Fisher in the building. How you doing, Tyler? Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Man, it's my pleasure to be on the show. Thank you guys both for taking out time to interview me, and we can jump into this great discussion today.
Thank you so much. First of all, how are you doing? How is LA? How is life after college? Being an alumni of like you said, the illustrious.
The illustrious, the Eagles, the nest.
Yes, North Carolina Central University.
I'll say the main thing is adjusting to time management.
Okay.
When you're in school, you're able to just go by a schedule. When you're out in the real world, it's more so maintaining your own schedule and your time management. And that's certain skills you can build while you're in college. So I'll say the main thing is time management and direction, because there's so many options and ways you can go with your career, and just really doing something you love is kind of the goal for me.
So you are, like I said, recently a graduate of NCCU. Can you talk about, your experience as a student here?
My experience as a student at Central, man, it was a very eventful 4.5 years. I graduated a semester late because I switched majors.
Gotcha, okay.
And I had failed accounting. But I will say, overall, just being exposed to the different outside extracurricular activities NCCU has, like the writing studio, like being a part of organizations, volunteering, internship programs. It's been great to learn along the way and fail forward, because in the beginning I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go, but me putting myself out there, meeting new people, exposing myself and failing forward kind of allowed me to grow and be able to find kind of like my niche and what direction I wanted to go.
Gotcha. Why did you choose Mass Comm?
Mass Comm, I heard this thing by Warren Buffett. He said if you can increase your communication, you increase your value by 15%.
Wow. Okay.
And aside from that, I was in business, and I didn't like really, I wasn't really, I love business, but I didn't love the business classes. So I wanted to be able to communicate my brand.
You came to Central. Did you come here your first year? Like, was this the only school you went to?
Yeah, Central was the only school I went to. I was considering a couple other schools, but Central was kind of like my main focus because of the family environment. They just came off a 3P. I was thinking about walking on to play football again. So the football team was going good. And it just felt like a place I can grow as a person. So Central was the only place that I went to.
And then now, so just looking back on that experience, just what are some of the key things you think that Central gave you, key tools that you use on a day-to-day now, or that you may just use here and there that help you be successful?
Good question. Great question.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a good question. I would say, but really time management, man. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. So when you're out in the world, you want to be able to manage your time wisely, because you can look up one day and be 30 and your whole life slip away. So I think Central has not only been able to teach me time management skills, but leadership skills, stepping in the roles of community service, the hierarchy of the organizations, and just being able to lead in spaces where you can have an impact. So I'll say leadership and time management is things Central has given to me.
Absolutely. So you talk about time management. I was watching one of your videos on your YouTube channel, and you said, quote, time management is the key in success for college, right? Can you talk about how important time management as a college student, in undergrad, how important is time management?
Time management is literally like make or break it, because like I said earlier, you can make more money but you can't make more time. So in that sense, you don't want to get to your senior year of college and not have nothing to show for it. So for while you're in school, uh, joining organizations, being on time for class, having, for me, I have a planner with me. I carry it everywhere I go. I plan out my weeks, my priorities. I always try to set my priorities first. So
Gotcha.
just being able to have your priorities first, and set that standard of I'm blocking out this time to knock out this stuff, because I always tell people, like, even though I had fun and went to a couple parties and whatnot, you can't really put partying on your resume. So once you graduate,
Yeah, you said you did see that.
once you graduate, what do you have to show for it, you know? So I wanted to be able to maximize my time, and just be a steward of my time. So yeah.
You know, you are an author of 3 books. Can you please tell us the importance, the inspiration behind you writing these books?
Oh yeah. So it all started with my first book, Cardiac Cardinals. It's available on Amazon, by the way.
Good tag. Good,
Yes, sir.
good
Yes, sir.
plug. I like that. Okay.
Cardiac Cardinals was a book about finding my identity through the adversity that I went through high school football and growing up homeless and in shelter and living in poverty. So I knew a lot of athletes who got injured after high school, and they put their whole identity into being an athlete. And once that was lost, it was more so, depression hit, identity crisis. So it was just really, I wanted to share my story. I had to be vulnerable of my dream of getting my family out of poverty through football, and my dreams and my dreams being deferred. It's a poem by Langston Hughes called Dream Deferred, and he talks about your dream pivoting in different directions, but still being able to have a vision for yourself. So for me, being able to share that story and vision with other ex-athletes or people who've lost or gained anything in situations where they feel like they lost their identity. So I wanted to just share my story in that sense, to be able to tell people, your story is not finished.
Gotcha.
The things we go through is all for God's glory. So being able to walk into your true path that God has set for you, is going to be trials and tribulations, but charge it to the game and just trust in God.
So I have a question too.
Go ahead.
So you talk about, how you wanted to play football in college, and that was your dream. But I feel like a lot of people just getting their family out of whatever situation they're in. So at what time or point in your life did you say, okay, this is not what's going to get them out, I have to choose a different route?
I think it was even, because I even had attempts to go into football outside of when I got rehabilitated my leg, because I broke my fibula and tibia. I had 7 screws and 1 plate on one side, 3 screws and 1 plate on the other side. So I wasn't able to walk for 3 to 6 months in that time period. So it was a lot of reflection and depression. But outside of that, Inky Johnson, this motivational speaker, said everything you do cannot be about you, and that kind of like transitioned my thinking into like, giving me hope that I have to do something. Right. So that quote really stuck with me, of just, everything you do cannot be about you, because you're going to hit something that in your life where if it's all about you, it's just, you're not going to have that drive that everything about you. So for me, I was an RA at the time. I think you could, after your freshman year, you could be an RA. So I was an RA for the first time for that summer. I was getting free housing. I come from a background where I don't have a lot of finances, so getting free housing was big for me, and having somewhere to sleep was big for me. So I will say, having that free housing, releasing my book 2019 when I was 18 in August on the 28th. I was just in my storytelling path, so it was just like, I got to keep going this direction, and I still love the game of football. I just watched the Super Bowl.
We were just talking about the Super Bowl in the first hour.
Yeah, I still have a love for the game, but it's a mutual respect, respecting where I'm at in life and being able to still make something out of my life and show the other gifts that I have, because I didn't want to be limiting. You know, God gives us a lot of
Yeah.
gifts at different seasons of our life. So just being able to showcase all the gifts He's given me through storytelling, through acting. I'm getting into acting,
Wow.
directing, writing, just all around. Like God has definitely blessed me. So I know that was a long-winded answer, but yeah, I'll say that the Inky Johnson quote, and just realizing that I can make a career path out of what I was already doing.
Gotcha. You know, you talk about football. Do you ever think about coaching?
Yes, man, I think about coaching. I not only think about coaching, I think of creating football films as well. So,
Wow. Okay.
you know, I'll say football films and Toy Story is probably the only thing that can tear me up. So,
Toy Story.
yeah, Toy Story. Bro, when it was going down that little garbage thing,
Oh,
they was about
Toy
to
Story's
get,
2.
I think that was three.
Three-
That was
three or
three.
four?
That was
Okay.
three,
With
the
man.
bear?
With the bear, they was about to die. I was crying. I was like, yo, not Woody, not Buzz, you know. But yeah, I do think about coaching. I do want to be able to get more acclimated in a professional setting to be able to have the right impact. But that's definitely an idea that I have for the future. Yeah.